This is the Bulletproof, a Tier 6 premium German destroyer. It is the main prize in the current Racing Legends event of 2023. You can buy it in the store for 12,500 Racing Legends tokens, and it is based on the Z-35 German destroyer with some subtle nerfs and buffs applied to the ship. And so with that, let's get into the setup of the ship and the commander, who is Maximilian von Spee. Base trait is Misty Morning. Smoke generator cooldown time is improved, and as far as inspirations, I have a double concealment inspiration set up here with Eric Bay Shifty, which improves the destroyer's detectability, and Jersey Swirsky Hide and Seek, which also improves the destroyer's sea detectability range. And then for the skills, this is a torpedo-centric setup here. Subsurface Venture improves the torpedo speed and the launcher reload time, but the destroyer main battery reload time does take a hit. Here I have Look At Me Now for the second skill, which improves the sea detectability range of the Bulletproof, and this is the maximum concealment that you will get with this ship with this setup right here. And the third skill is Back in Stock to improve the torpedo launcher reload time, and I'm selecting this. It's kind of old school instead of selecting Perceptive, which you would definitely want to do if you want to know where your opponents are at all times. I went for a quicker torpedo reload time. Smoke on the Water is the fourth skill, and it improves the smoke screen dispersion and deployment time. Legendary skill is Unstoppable, which allows for reduced mobility with a disabled engine and or rudder. The special effect is the damage control party cooldown time is improved by 50%, and that is when you're within 6 kilometers of an enemy ship. Here with Legendary rank 3, if you go up to Legendary rank 4, that radius goes up to 7.5 kilometers. Alright, the upgrades for the Bulletproof are pretty simple. The traverse time was not all that great, so I went with Main Battery Mod 2 to help out that traverse speed. And then I went with Propulsion Mod 2 to help out the acceleration of the ship. The rudder shift time did not really seem to be a problem for me, and here I went with Concealment System Mod 1 for the third upgrade slot, which improves the sea detectability range and the incoming fire dispersion, and this does double up on a fully upgraded camo or skin with the incoming fire dispersion, that is. And then the loadout, you have your ammunition, high explosive shells, armor piercing, and torpedoes, which we will get into in a second. Consumables are the damage control party. Duration is 5 seconds, reloads in 40 seconds, and there is an unlimited number of those consumables. And the second consumable is the exhaust smoke generator. This is basically rolling smoke. It's either that or the sonar. I selected rolling smoke here. Duration is 31.2 seconds. Dispersion time is 46.8 seconds. It reloads every 170 seconds, and there are 2 of those consumables. Then we have the engine boost consumable. Maximum speed is improved by 8% when it's running. Duration is 120 seconds. It reloads every 180 seconds, and there are 2 of those consumables. I don't have any booster set up, but that could change depending on the battle. And the camo, Bulletproof Premium Skin. And yeah, it's all in the title. The ship is almost invincible to regular size bullets. Okay, too bad main battery shells are a little bigger. Still, be careful when getting in the heat of battle. Sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. And its stats, survivability hit points is 18,100. Armor is, well, non-existent. Artillery, you have 5 guns. They reach out to 10.5 kilometers. they reload pretty quick at 4.1 seconds. Traverse time is still 18.7 seconds, which is still pretty bad on a little destroyer right here. And the HE shell damage maximum is 1350 with a 6% chance of setting fire. Armor piercing has a maximum of 3000. Torpedoes, you have 2 racks of 4 torpedoes each. They reload every 72 seconds. Maximum damage is 11,700. Range is 6 kilometers, and this is down from the 9 kilometers of your basic Z-35, which I will show a splash screen later during the highlight part of the video. Torpedo speed, though, is increased up to 74 knots, and yeah, these torpedoes do get there pretty quick, and I'm sure there are a couple of surprise opposing red team ships when they see those torpedoes coming. AA defenses rated at 25, nothing really to speak about here. I haven't noticed that I could particularly clear the sky with the Bulletproof, but still you want to watch out for that. Maneuverability is rated at 95, maximum speed is 41 knots, and that is awesome. Turning circle radius is 670 meters, and rudder shift time is really pretty good at 4 seconds. I'm not really using this as an agile ship anyway. Concealment is rated at 99. Detectability range by sea is 5.2 kilometers. Range by air is 3 kilometers. And while you're firing into smoke, and this is really the important thing here with that smoke generator, 2.5 kilometers. Armor, yeah, do not get hit. Overview, tough, above average base HP rating. I guess 18,000 plus is pretty good HE. Fast, above average maximum movement speed, and yeah, over 41 knots. That is awesome, and that's without the booster or the booster consumable running. If you run an epic battle booster or any of the battle boosters, that will increase your ship speed by like 3% or so, but it does have inferior HE damage, below average HE shell damage is what it says. So then the Bulletproof, yeah, it's all in the title. As we said earlier, the ship is almost invincible to regular sized bullets. Too bad the main battery are a little bigger, and as always, be careful when you're getting in the heat of battle. Entered service in 2023, and there was 1 ship in the series. All right, well, that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in my 3rd standard match with the Bulletproof to see what we do. All right, we're in the land of fire, and the first thing that I thought that we would go over are the exact differences between the Bulletproof and the Z-35. Even though I went through the stats, it doesn't really compare that exactly to what the Z-35 was. So really quick, the Bulletproof has an exhaust smoke generator, as we mentioned, and it's an alternative to the sonar slot. The smoke generator consumable was swapped for the engine boost. Maximum speed has been increased up to 41 knots, so that is cool. Rudder shift time has been reduced down to 5.2 seconds. It used to be 5.7 on the Z-35. HP has been reduced to 18,000 instead of 19,100. So even though I was kind of talking up to 18,000 hit pool, it is reduced from the Z-35. I guess I didn't realize that. Detectability range by sea has been increased. It's been nerfed to 7.1 kilometers. By air, it is 3.5 kilometers. Torpedo speed, though, has been boosted up to 70 knots. Range gets the biggest hit out of the entire deal, from 9 kilometers down to 6 kilometers. Let me see, maximum torpedo damage also did get a bit of a nerf. It's now 11,700, down from 13,700. And the HE maximum shell damage is now 1350 instead of 1500. And those are basically the differences between the Bulletproof and the Z-35. As you're going to see here, the Bulletproof is still kind of potent. And we are doing our job here by starting to capture B. And yeah, when I first started in World of Warships Legends, I started on the German ships. So, you know, probably like a lot of other people, I wanted to unlock the Bismarck. And as I'm working my way through the German line, The German destroyers got quite a bit of play, and the Moss is probably my #1 German destroyer that I have played over the last several years. So here we did capture the base, and we are going to move on. I'm kind of taking a look at the Bayern there, but A looks inviting, so I'm thinking about moving over here and starting to capture another base and look to get some XP.
Maschinenboost aktiviert.
But yeah, the Germans were the ones that I started the game with and went right up the ranks in all the German ships. And probably my most played destroyer in the game is the Moss. And in the opening credits in all of my videos, you see that Kraken, and that was the first Kraken I ever got. It was with the Moss a very long time ago, and at the time I thought it was a fluke, but I've gotten several more Krakens since then, so it's all good. But I definitely like playing the destroyers, especially from the torpedo side of things. So here I'm trying to capture A, and there is another ship in here, and we are going to be looking to clear that guy out eventually. But I've stopped. The Bayern here does look like a good target because he does not have sonar or radar for that matter. So I'm going to come around here and try to close in. And the 6-kilometer range can be kind of challenging for the torpedoes, especially when you have a 5.2 kilometer detectability. So you got to play some delicate games there. But when the ships are closing in on you, you can cut that range down pretty quickly. See, I'm almost at 6-kilometer range right now on these torpedoes. But we're going to come around here and try to take a shot at the Bayern. But more times than not, there will be a destroyer right here, just like you see. 4.8 kilometers away is what he was when he was first. I was first spotted. And here, even though I hit my smoke, look at that! Almost immediately, everybody and their grandfather is nailing me with their shots. It's almost like they were immediately pointing over here. As soon as I was visible, they were trying to take me out. But it looks like I'm going to get some torpedo hits on that Bayern, even though he's moving away. A couple torpedo hits and some floods. So that guy is in big trouble. I believe he's going to flood out, actually, to be honest with you. And here, when you start a smoke screen, you never want to stay in that middle of the smoke screen. And in many cases, you want to get out of the smoke screen altogether, just like you see here. Because my opponent in the destroyer that you saw, I forget what destroyer that was, but he did a good enough spread. I think maybe that was an Icarus. He shot a good enough torpedo spread to cover the entire smoke screen. So yeah, it was an Icarus, and now he is spotted me, and so now everybody is starting to take some shots at me. But we're behind the island, and we have lost visibility there. So the eyeball went away, and now I'm going to concentrate on the Lion. He is almost within range. I'm going to come around here and see if I can take him out there. That Bayern did flood out. Got a liquidator medal, and yeah, that guy was in big time trouble. He must have damage conned just before I hit him with those 2 floods. And once you get more than 1 flood or 1 fire, the damage really kicks up really quickly. So if you have just damage conned and you have multiple fires or floods, you are in huge trouble. But we're going to sit right here and see if we can get a couple more hits on the Lion. We're up to 35,000 damage, 2 torpedo hits, captured flag, captured base. And look at that. That 6-kilometer range is killing me over here, because I would have had an easy another couple hits there. But if it was 9 kilometers, like the unmodified, unaltered Z-35, we would have gotten some hits. And lucky for the Lion that it is a bulletproof instead of a Z-35. He might have gotten taken out, actually. So now I'm going to come around here and try to get a better angle on that Lion. And yeah, you can see I am almost in range. The torpedoes are almost reloaded here. So we are behind in ships. 4 destroyed ships on the blue team and 3 destroyed ships on the red team, and it is almost an even match. And now I'm spotted by the Lion. I've closed up a little bit too close, and hopefully those torpedoes, those 2 salvos, will be able to get the job done there. But we're going to come around here, and yeah, we are spotted by the sonar here, and yeah, he is backing up. I expect a couple more torpedo hits here. Maybe we can take that guy out. Yeah, big time torpedo hits. We did take him out. 1 flooding on 2 more torpedo hits. So we are looking pretty good. We've evened up the match as far as ships destroyed, and we are ahead just a little bit in points. But we are going to stay in this niche, in this island right here, and we're not going to really push on out just yet because, yeah, that Icarus is right over there. And we've got that Queen Elizabeth, I think that was over here. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth. And that is almost in range. So, yeah, I'm going to be very careful. Yeah, I'm not really sure whose sonar that was. It doesn't really matter. Sonar went away. We're up to 49,000 damage right now. And yeah, so the reduced damage on these torpedoes is not really helping. And now I am spotted by a radar. So I assume that it's a radar on the other side of the island there. But if this Queen Elizabeth, oh, maybe it's this cruiser right here. Let's see what the cruiser, the Budinoy, yeah, I can't pronounce that, so sorry about the mispronunciation here. Hopefully we can take this guy out. And yeah, that's a good spread right there. I do hit the smoke, so we're going to keep moving. Try to get around here, and that guy got 1 torpedo hit, it looked like, but it didn't register, so I'm not sure what happened there. It did look like the torpedo, oh, I guess he got destroyed right as the torpedo hit is what happened. There's a dead hulk of Budinoy. That's what I'm going to call it. Sorry if it's not right. But I do get another hit on that Queen Elizabeth right there. So now we are just going to stay right here and finish capturing A. Yeah, so our capture is being prevented right here. It's either the Icarus or the Queen Elizabeth right here. I'm not really sure which one. Looks like that, if you look at the mini-map, looks like the Queen Elizabeth is too far away from the base here. So it's got to be the Icarus or the other destroyer. I'm assuming it's the Icarus. And the Queen Elizabeth is gone. So it is just the destroyer over here. I believe it's that Icarus. He has moved out of town, and we are going to complete capturing A. Just 10 seconds left, and just 2 destroyers left. So now, yeah, we're going to capture A, and my initial thought, you know, since I have a highlight video here I'm trying to get, is to go after those destroyers, but I also want to preserve the win. So I'm not really looking to go after the destroyers and get destroyed and help the red team win a match that they are certainly going to lose. So there is a Z-35 way out there, 18 kilometers away. And yeah, the Icarus is still somewhere over here. So we are going to move over toward B and move our way over towards C. And you never know, we might capture that base. And now the Icarus is starting to recapture A. If I go and engage the Icarus, I figure that the only thing that could happen is I'm going to get destroyed. So I'm sort of not looking to engage him all that much. You can see he's got much more health than I have. So luckily my teammate is on the ball here, and you can see that a salvo went the Icarus's way, and we are going to fire a narrow spread and a wide spread here. In any event, the Icarus is gone, and I'm going to start moving my way over towards C, but I'm not really looking to really get engaged. There's a couple minutes left. So yeah, so many times you get engaged with a red team ship when you're in an easy win, and you get taken out just like my teammate did right there. So that was enough to convince me to hit the brakes. Now I'm telling the Lion, player here to get back. All right, so yeah, this guy is going after that destroyer, even though I tried to tell him to back up. And what I don't realize is, there you go, I see that he has 4 destroyed ships, and I'm like, well, I really don't blame him for going after the Kraken, to be honest with you. 444,000 credits, 58,000 battle performance total damage, only 3 main gun hits, but we did get 5 torpedo hits and 2 destroyed ships. We detected 5 red team ships. We got 4 floodings, couple solo captured bases, and a liquidator medal. So I expect to score pretty high on the leaderboard, but my teammate, as we saw, did have 4 destroyed ships, so no doubt he's going to be at the top. Let's check that out anyway. Let's see the team result. Yeah, there you go. He had all the hardware, so good game on the Lyon player. 2,800 XP on 4 destroyed ships and all that hardware. That is awesome. All right, let's see how we did on the economy tab. All right, by the time it was all said and done, we cleared 367,000 credits. That is a big time haul in credits. All right, well, that's it for the first look at the Bulletproof. All in all, not bad, even with the 6-kilometer range of the torpedoes rather than the 9-kilometer range of the Z-35. The Bulletproof still held its own and definitely dished out the damage. And if nothing else, you got to see a little bit about what the ship was all about. So go ahead and let me know what you think down below. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.